无人机快速地飞出去，从加萨边境一路往前，最后落地爆炸，成为像是火箭一样的致命武器。这是巴勒斯坦极端组织哈马斯越过以色列严密防守的攻击方式，可以清楚看见无人机的杀伤力。俄乌战场上同样能发现无人机的踪影。
So what we're seeing right now is Ukraine is consuming about 10,000 drones a month.
People weren't sure about the military efficacy of small and micro drones. We're seeing it in spades on a daily basis in the Ukraine-Russia conflict.
面对这样庞大的无人机威胁，美国业者甚至研发出反制无人机的无人机。
I think it's just really important to understand that these drone threats have become a key part of any modern conflict. They can be used everything from lone wolf actors, single acting terrorists, all the way up through full-out army-scale warfare, as we're seeing in Ukraine and Russia. And for both sides of that conflict, they are indispensable tools for intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, targeting.
美国国防部在9月初就宣布展开所谓的复制者计划，要拉高无人机的产量，借此压低价格，增加无人机的部署。
I think this is a sign of a lot of really forward-leaning, sharp folks in the U.S. government and the U.S. DoD seeing the trends and seeing that small, light, survivable systems that are smart enough to do useful things on the battlefield are crucial for the future of our military might and making investments in that direction.
预计美国军方将在2025年之前拥有上千架的无人机。专家强调，在紧绷的台海情势当中也能发挥作用。
I like the principle of replicator, the idea that we're going to look for rapid procurement authorities and a quick experimentation timeline in order to field unique weapon systems that can get us the attritable, low-cost drones and potentially strike weapons that I think we need for a conflict across the Taiwan Strait.
会这么大张旗鼓，由美国国防部出面增加无人机的量产，主要就是目前无人机市场几乎由中国大陆垄断，大疆的市占率就高达70%，因此也引发军事等国安隐私的争议。大疆则是出面喊冤。
It's genuinely worrying that we've reached a point where people can kind of win an argument just by naming China. People are not looking at the facts as we would want them to. The facts around DJI are that we've been audited by U.S. government. We've had other companies come in and audit our products as well for cybersecurity, and there's been no threat identified.
拥有完整的供应链，再加上惊人的市场需求量，让大疆站在几乎不败之地。尽管强调没有资料窃取的疑虑，但业者担心，只要中国大陆禁止出口，就可能造成冲击。今年7月份，中国大陆商务部就宣布暂停出口部分的无人机，无人机俨然成为美中科技战的新战场。
One day, if China says, "Okay, maybe America's catching up or getting the lead in this endeavor," and they can just cut off our components and set us back for years. So we need to think about that and to not drive an over-reliance on Chinese components as we move ahead.
但美国就跟晶片制造一样，面对同样的困境，从人工到材料都贵，要在美国本土大量制造无人机，就连业者都坦诚，真的不容易。
Do not have the drone factories right now to produce these systems in those quantities. They just don't exist. And we also don't have all of the requisite supply chain components that we would need in order to scale up to that production. So even if you did have a really advanced drone factory, guess what? We don't have brushless motor manufacturers. We don't have sufficiently good camera gimbal manufacturers. We don't have companies building flight computers or radios at a competitive price point.
但目前美国联邦政府还有多个州的公家机关都因为安全理由禁止使用中国大陆的无人机，将扩大市场需求。美国无人机业者表示，将导入 AI 模式协助自动飞行，要靠高科技跟中国大陆的业者一较高下。TVBS 新闻综合报道。
想看最完整的新闻内容，记得下载 TVBS 新闻网 APP。